On this rack, I make the 8 on the break. Comment for a moment on that. First of all, if you make the 8 on the break, I recommend, unless you have nothing, to go ahead and spot it and go ahead and play. But every once in a while, you might have no shot at all after making the 8, and only under that circumstance would I sit there and take the chance of not making a ball the next one. One more thought while I'm kind of mentioning that is any time at the end of a rack, if you get stuck and that 8 ball doesn't seem to have a pocket, call something. Because if it happens to go in, you end up winning the game. If it doesn't go in, there's nothing lost. But I coach people all the time on that. I'm like, if you are shooting the 8, you might as well call something. Don't call a safe. If you miss, it's basically they're effectively a safe anyway, right? But if it happens to go in and does something funny and bounces off a little piece of chalk, then you win. So here I kind of started off with that 3 in the corner and then the 6 down in the corner. And I'm kind of working from one end of the table to the other now. I was trying to get on that 2 because the 2 is kind of in the way of the 5. I end up making this rack a little bit tricky at the end. Right here, I probably should have just stopped on the 2 and shot the 7 and then come around. But instead I was trying to get back up on top of it and shoot the 5 here after this. And in doing so, I left myself a little bit goofy when I get to the 7. So I ended up shooting the 7 first, thinking that I can use a little bit of inside English, high inside, and miss those balls, and I don't. So then I end up behind the 12. I kick the 5 in the side. I think a lot of times when people are doing kick shots, they take too long trying to line them up and figure it out. I've shot many shots, and I can come. A lot of times, if I think about it too much, I just overanalyze. Take the time you need, walk around the table to line up a kick, but then shoot it. If you sit there longer you think about it, you're just going to struggle. On the second rack, I managed to make that 5 in the side. I've got most of the stripes kind of up at the other end of the table, but I got this 15 right away. So I'll go ahead and shoot this 15, follow through, and right now I'm going to take care of those 2 balls that are by the side. So I've got the 10 ball, I'm going to shoot up in the corner, kind of freeing that up, a little bit of draw. I'll be able to shoot this 9 in this side, and kind of come off the rail a little bit, and then I'll be able to shoot that 13 up in the corner, clearing up that 8. I'm not too afraid on this shot because I know I'm going to drift towards the rail. I'm going to drift towards the 7. It's hard to get behind the 7 because the 7's on the rail. And then I've got the 12 over there by the other side pocket. So I'm safe to be able to shoot this one. I actually got a little bit, went a little too far. I wanted to kind of drift down, be able to shoot the 14 in the side. I end up drifting down by the end rail. I still have a shot in the 14 in the side. I go ahead and take that first because if I shoot that that 11 ball, I'm likely to get blocked by the 1 somewhere. So this one I just hit soft, pocket speed. Since I'm doing a half ball hit, the 14 and the cue ball are going to travel a similar distance. So all I had to do is get it pocket speed, and then I knew I'd stop before the 11. On this 11, I just draw enough to make sure that I have a clear shot in the 8. And on this 8 ball, I follow, make sure I hit the rail so I don't drift into that corner pocket.